What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After the excitement of Deadpool and Wolverine the movie, I decided to pick up a few figures at a local toy convention, so I figured, you know what, let's do a nice little Marvel Legends review because these are the guys I picked up. And we have the Marvel Legends 85th anniversary of Marvel, Wolverine, and Iron Fist Luke Cage 2-pack. Man, I'm pumped for all of these, so let's get right on into it. Alright, so we're gonna do Wolverine first because I'm sure that's what most people are here for. And then we're going to do the 2-pack of Iron Fist and Luke Cage. Probably my favorite design of Iron Fist and about as classic as Luke Cage as you can get. Let's get into Wolverine. Now, I do not have any more comic book Wolverines to compare him to, which is kind of wild. Actually, I only have one comic book Wolverine now that I think about it. And it is this sassy old man right here from the Sabretooth 2-pack. So as you see, they are about the same height, a different skin tone, which is definitely an odd choice. You can't really tell there, so that is interesting, but it's about the same height. Let's get into this figure. Alright, so for accessories, this guy comes with one heck of a Wolverine sculpt. Now, this actually looks like something you would expect from a third-party seller selling like a $40, $50 head based off the sculpt, the paintwork, everything. So the fact that this came in a $25 Marvel Legends figure from Hasbro is kind of insane. He comes with a masked head, which you get the teeth gritting. It looks very, very nice there. Great detail, not sloppy paintwork or anything. This 85th anniversary line from Marvel Legends has been kind of top-notch all around. He comes with this kind of reaching out, slapping hand. I don't know, I have it as just a generic gesture, kind of hand by his side hand. He comes with two fisted hands because you know this guy is short-tempered, so he's got to be ready to knock out whenever he wants to. He comes with a pointing hand for his left hand. For, I guess you want to call your shots. Wolverine seems like the type of guy to walk into a bar, look at a guy, point at him and say, you know what, today is your lucky day, and then just go into town on him. And then you can't have Wolverine without the iconic claws. Let's go ahead, pop these hands out so we can take a look at the claws. Now, I do have one issue with the claws, and it doesn't pertain to this figure. It actually is more of a Marvel Legends issue in general, and that is that the claws, they're removable, which is nice for functionality, but they kind of fall out easily. As you see them there, they do just slide in, and you can just push down on it, and there goes your claw. Now your boy's down to two claws, which, I mean, it does have that little lip there to peg in, which I have not noticed on previous Wolverine figures. So the fact that that is there is an upgrade. Let's get into the articulation on this bad boy. I'm gonna take, well, here, I'm gonna show you guys what he looks like with the claws up because it's Wolverine. Obviously, that's how you want to see him. See if we can get these kind of posed in front of each other like that. He looks absolutely mental, but I don't want to take a chance of these popping off while I'm going over articulation because this figure is kind of surprisingly articulated, and I don't want to take away from that because I think that is honestly, besides it being just a beautiful looking suit, a nice figure, I believe that is a selling point, is the articulation. So he does have butterfly joints, which is great. As you see, he can move any which way he wants to. Now, one thing that's really cool, but also a drawback, is these shoulder pads are floating. They are attached by a ring on the inside of the joint, which you can't really see in there, so they can spin around easily. So it does not hinder the articulation. He can bring them forward. If he's moving, he can bring them back all the way around, which is nice. But in transit, from factory to consumer, it does leave some blue staining there. Now, if that's how it's going to be, that is fine. It's just, you know, one of those things that you got to accept. But it is definitely something that people will complain about. This is just a classic blue and yellow as it gets. As far as leaning down, your boy can get about all the way down if you're needing him for some crazy fight pose. Leaning back, not that much back. I mean, you have enough, but I don't know how much further he's going to be leaning back anyway, so you don't have to worry about that so much. As far as head articulation, you got just the standard ball from Marvel Legends. He can get down about that far. He can get up about that far. Not much up, so that does suck if you want to have him flying at somebody, like he's getting thrown or whatever. He does not get much back. It's going to be more of a head-on impact, which I guess, you know what, he might be cool with. Who knows? For leg articulation, my man can kick up to the stars. Great articulation there, and it doesn't feel like it puts really much of a strain on there. You can't get much back, but if you want to bend the knee, you can get... I mean, the only way that's hindered at all is because of the boot. And that is fine, I think. I'm not going to complain about that. And then he does have all kinds of just ankle articulation there. You have the bend, and then you have the pivot, almost willing to go all the way around. So he can do some insane poses. So that is it for Wolverine. Such an amazing figure. Let's go ahead and get into this 2-pack that everybody's been talking of. We're going to start off with Luke Cage, since he comes with the least amount of accessories of everybody in this video. Alright, so Luke Cage comes with this stern looking head right here. Looks absolutely menacing. He comes with a fisted hand for his left hand that says Cage. He comes with the corresponding right hand that says Luke. So if you don't get punched, he's going to hit you with that Luke Cage special. He does have this grabbing hand here. If you want to grab somebody, throw them up against the wall, choke them, whatever you want to do if you're into all that stuff. I realize how bad that sounded after the fact. And then for his left hand, he also comes with a weapon holding hand that has the proper hinge in the hand so he can drop it. No, so he can swing up and down. I don't know the technical term for it, but it is the type of articulation that you want. He does come with one more accessory, and that is this just battle-ready head is how I want to describe it. Luke Cage is a strong dude, and he looks like he's about to mess somebody up bad. He is also on butterfly joints. Kind of insane articulation. You know what? I want to compare him to a WWE figure to see how he scales in a second. As far as you think those biceps and and forearms would get in the way of articulation, and they really, I mean, they do, but they don't. He can do about what you would want him to do. As far as leaning down, he can get down. Oh yeah. For a big dude, that's a lot of bending. As far as leg articulation, he can hit him with the big boot. That's all you really need. As far as kicking back with the knee, he can... Oh yeah, a little bit of bending. He can kick himself in the back. Not even the butt, the back. Dude's got some long legs. And you have you have some limited articulation due to the gene mold here. But I mean, I don't know how much ankle pivot you're really going to be wanting for Luke. I mean, the pivot's fine. It's just like bending forward and backward that's going to suck. The main comparison that I want to do here is with the Netflix Luke Cage, which is a figure a lot of people were excited for, and then a lot of people forgot about. And you see him here. I think that actor is Mike Coulter, which the dude, he did it well. He played the role perfectly. And the figure is going to be smaller. Obviously, this is supposed to be a real life scale. This is supposed to be a comic book guy. But I mean, you know, if he should have tucked the shirt in here. Why is dude got his shirt sticking out like that? It makes him look like not as ripped. But this is obviously the upgrade. This is perfect for your MCU shelf because it is identical to what he is wearing, as you see. But this is perfect for your comic book shelf. Now, let's get into, I would say, the highlight of the video, and that is Iron Fist. This is a classic design that we have not gotten in many years from Hasbro, and that is the Iron Fist. He's got his little Sunday slippers on, and he has the long, I don't know, I guess the collar, you could call it. I don't know if that's the technical term for it. It might have another name from the comics, I don't know. But it is absolutely insane. This dude comes with a mad array of accessories, so we can get him to stand up real quick before we get into those. As you see, he has the stern looking head here, very serious. He has kind of like the, I don't know what you want to call those hands, but he has those hands there. He has two fisted hands, which of course you would want from Iron Fist, but you can use these on other Marvel Legends. I think they even fit over on Wolverine there. He comes with kind of like a posing chi hand. I don't know what you want to call that. It has a separation in between the fingers there. Looks pretty cool. And then he has two slapping or like ninja chopping hands, or like just a slap, a chop, anything like that. Looks good. And then he comes with the screaming head, which would be absolutely perfect for your posing and your figure photography. He also comes with two fire effects, which we have seen from previous Iron Fist releases. We saw this from the Sunfire figure, I believe. Many other things there. Alright, for articulation, of course, this guy has the butterfly joints, just like the other two have. It seems to not necessarily be a staple yet for Marvel Legends, but it is definitely getting there. Articulation, he can reach across his chest about that far, but if you want to turn, the possibilities are endless for reaching across. He can reach back that far. I don't know why in God's green earth he is going to want to bend that far back, but hey, that works for me. As far as the elbow, no real, well, a little bit of trouble there with the sculpt. That's about as far as he can actually bend there, which is unfortunate. As far as the midsection here, he is a ninja. You expect for him to have a lot of articulation, and of course he does. That's without even applying pressure. If you want to apply pressure for whatever reason, he can go even further, which is wild. Let's see if our man can deliver the high kicks. Oh, of course he can. If I kick like that, I'd be out of commission for good. As far as kicking out to the side, almost a 180. Well, not quite. That's about as far as he can go. I mean, you could apply pressure and get down lower, but you don't want to do that. As far as kicking back, oh yeah. I mean, just look at that, especially with the ankle added in there. No hindrance whatsoever. And then he has toe articulation, which is great. If you want to do a pose where he is leaning forward like this, use that ankle pivot. Kind of lean like this, like a fighting pose. Looks good. And then of course it does bend down. I don't know when he's gonna do that. If I did that, I'd be in tears, I'm not gonna lie. But that does work well. And this Iron Fist is pretty insane. Especially, like, it's a design we've wanted since the Toy Biz days. And this is the first time, if I'm not mistaken, that Hasbro has attempted this exact design. As far as scaling, here's how he looks with the smaller Wolverine here. I do like that scale there, because he is a kind of a he's not tall, but he's definitely like a slim, lanky guy. And then you put him up against his guy, Luke Cage, and I do like that size comparison there. But Iron Fist is definitely a standout for this 85th anniversary. There is one more figure that I plan on reviewing, if that is something that you guys would like, depending on how well this video does here. I might be late reviewing it compared to others, but I'm primarily a wrestling channel, and I just decided to review whatever I want because it is my channel. But that is going to be it for today. Let me know down in the comments below which of these three figures are in fact your favorite. It's kind of hard to pick a favorite amongst all three of them, to be honest with you. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and last but not least, take it easy.